take is dehydrating the sprouted grains. We want to take the grains that we sprouted with that tiny little millimeter of a tail, and we're going to put it in our dehydrator to so that it will be completely dry, and then we can put it through our mill. And you can find that link about putting it through the mill at familybaker.com under the videos link. So the first thing we're going to do is we've already drained it as the last part of our sprouting goes. And then on each layer, we have our mesh in here, so it won't fall through. And we're going to put about 2, maybe 3 cups. Well, these taller trays, we can even do probably 4. And just kind of spread them all around. And we're going to be able to get on this about, I would say about 5 pounds worth altogether in all of our trays that come with this dehydrator. This is my favorite dehydrator because it has it's a Filter Pro from Liquip. It has the filter that's in the back. That way all the air that's going to come through is going to go through our filter. And it has a timer and a heat setting. So we're going to just put all this in. I only have about 2.5 pounds because I tend to make enough for 2 loaves at a time. So with the 2 loaves at a time, and then I usually sprout just a little bit more, you can take that extra bit and you can just cook it as if it were rice and have just a special different kind of rice treat. Tends to be a little sweeter because we sprouted it, and it has a different kind of a texture. This stuff here you could just eat. It is tender enough to eat. We're going to go through that and do the rest of our layers. And I'll probably, no, a little bit more than that I'm going to keep. And I think that will do us. And I'm going to reserve the rest of that and just cook it up in boiling water, just like I would rice, brown rice. And spread these guys around. And I'm going to set the timer for 8 hours. It'll probably go closer to 12, but at 8 hours I want to check it, and at 125 degrees. So we just turn it on. Put this, wait till it warms up. 125 degrees for 8 hours. It's already ready. And then in about an hour, I'm going to come through because as the air is going around and circulating, the lid is going to get pretty wet. So I'll just dry that off with a paper towel just the one time after that first initial hour when everything's nice and moist. And that will just kind of help speed up the process for us. And then after it's all done dehydrating, and then it's like, how do you get them out of there? All these little guys. Once I'm done, we're going to test it. But all I have to do is put it in a clean, unscented garbage bag. A lot of folks will use just a clean pillowcase, dedicated for this kind of stuff. And you just take the trays and dump it. But we'll show you that in just a few minutes. All right, it's been over 12 hours since we turned this on. After the first hour, we took a paper towel and we dried the underneath of the trays just to get that excess moisture out. And after 8 hours, I checked and it wasn't done enough. It was just too moist. So I figured it usually takes 12 hours, but I always like to check it. After 12 hours, I checked and it was perfect, spot on. And the way you can check this is you just take some grain and put them in the paper towel and squeeze it. And you dump this back in and you look at your paper towel and it's dry. So you know the grain's dry. But I also like taking a piece of grain with my pocket knife or your kitchen knife, whatever, and does it snap or does it go through? So if it just is snapped, then I know it's dry. Now we're going to take the grain out, and the easiest way to do it is, some people use a pillowcase so they just put it in. It's just easier for me to go grab a clean trash bag, and that's what I put it in. You just pick up the tray, put it in, and dump. And then I'll do it with all the trays, but I don't want to waste your time. And then I will pour it into one of these buckets. You can use it either right away and be done with it. Usually this is enough for me. I just wanted to do this part, and then I know that tomorrow I'm going to bake. So I just pour it into an airtight container. It's shelf stable, just like your bulk grain that you got already. So I'll just put it in there, and then I'll make some bread tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Please follow us at on Family Baker. On the Family Baker site, we have video links. So on those is going to include some links for how to sprout the grains, how to mill the sprouted grains, and then how to make the sprouted grain breads. So follow us please on Facebook at the Family Baker Arvada, and we'll see you next time.